Farm Guy here, and this is Lizard 2000S 2x2 Roller Mill by Agrogaatti on Farming Simulator 22s for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm on PS5 here on the Rock Crawl map for this demonstration, and take a close look at this little mod. 6.37 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. We'll find it first. Yes, first we'll find it where we'll find it, under Tools and Animals. And there it is. So this is a curious little mod, and it's going to take a little bit of explaining, but let's take a look at the specs right now. 130 horsepower recommended, 3,400 liter capacity, and you can see it takes or will hold the standard grains: wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, sunflowers, soybeans, and corn. We have wheel brand options of Trelleborg or BKT. BKT will cost you $1,000. Rear warning signs are those European style signs. Speed limit signs, we have 40. We have another version of 40, a 25, or a new. Discharge, straw or hay. Nah, that's gonna, yes. We'll talk about that, explain all that, and then a license plate, if you so choose, will appear there, like so. Right. So let's hook it up, get our help window on, back it up, and we'll look at the options first, and then we'll start explaining a little bit more about why it works the way it does and how it works. So those are the signals. We have lights, we have reverse lights. Now let's take a look at a couple of things. It looks like a little auger wagon, and it is essentially, but it has a special function. L1 and left, L1 and left, it says open cover, but it makes that barrel appear and disappear. It's purely a visual thing. I'm guessing it's some kind of additive or something, perhaps, or supposed to be for, yeah, I don't know. It's just a visual as far as I can tell. L1 and down on your D-pad pipes out, so that that activates the auger pipe, and then L1 and right stick, that's when you get this option. So if you pipe in, that option goes away. Pipe out, you see that L1 and right stick option. That is your adjustment for the end there. And then R1 and right stick left and right, you can adjust the angle like so. And that's it. You do have the option to unload here, which let's pipe in. And I guess now is the good time to explain what's really going on. So, according to the description, the modder says this is designed for producing crimped fodder on livestock farms. So, because of the limitations of what the game allows and scripting on consoles, so we're on console, we're on PS5, and this is an all-platform mod, so it's very limited as to what it actually can do without using script in the programming. So this is why this works. This machine works the way I will explain it, and it essentially in this form, it's going to be a role play mod for reasons that will become very obvious in a moment. Wheat, barley, oats, canola. Let's put corn in there, shall we? Right. So we have corn in there. Now remember where we said that we had a choice of discharge options, straw or hay. I do believe this one is set to hay. And so let's pipe out, and we can actually discharge onto the ground, unload here, and once it starts unloading, notice that it's really like impossible to move. I am going forward, I cannot. And why is it? Interesting. That looks like corn on the ground. Right, so let's, whoops. Right, over here I have another one. This one's set to straw. And we have a trailer here, so let's pipe out. And it's unloading into the trailer. And if we go over here, let's get our field information on. It's full of straw, so it converts it to straw or hay, but that's curious that when I put it on the ground, I'm gonna have to get a, I'm gonna have to go get a bucket and pick that up and see what that is. Actually, it looks like corn. So as you can see there, we dumped it in the trailer, it's hay. Let's pipe out again and dump it onto the ground. Right, so that definitely looks like straw. Yes, that definitely is straw. Hold on. All right, so to my surprise, well, maybe not after this, I have done some more testing, and yes, this indeed is corn. So for whatever reason, when you run corn through it, it basically acts as a auger wagon. It doesn't convert it. However, when I stepped up to, let's see, what's the next? The next grain was soybean. I had it set to straw. And yes, so it converted soybean to straw, which is obviously not economically viable, but it's there. And then I went to sunflower seeds. It did not work for sunflower seeds. Then moving up the scale, which actually we're going to go here. I can't remember the sequence. We started with corn, and then I moved, so I was going backwards. So we started with corn, went soybeans. Soybeans worked, sunflowers didn't. Sorghum, that's what it was. So sorghum did work in converting. I switched it to hay because I was wondering, oh, maybe that's the hay or the straw, but I don't think it matters hay or straw. Just some crops don't convert. And then I went over to. So it was sorghum, canola. Yes, canola did not. And then going forward from that, the next three, wheat, barley, and oats did. Canola did not. Sorghum did. Sunflowers did not. Soybeans did. Corn did not. So it's kind of like hit and miss a little bit. I'm not sure why. So, yeah, probably something that worked on and pre-testing in the computer on PC, but once it comes to console, sometimes these things happen. So, it's a little inconsistent what you're going to get out, but I mean, here you have it. So if you're, I'm not sure if it's, yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyways, kind of a neat idea. Also mentioned in the description with the feeding robot. So if we just take a look at animals, I know most of you know what the feeding robot is, but this is an example here. We're just going to place it down here. The feeding robot mixes the TMR for you, and you fill the different various bins, hay and straw, and then silage and mineral feed, and then the robot mixes it for you and feeds your cows. So it was mentioned that if you wanted to use one of your crops to add to the feeding robot process, that's where the hay and the straw, that's why it's converting to hay and straw, the grains, to kind of simulate you using your own crops to add to the feed process. Now, is that economically, does that make monetary sense? No, it does not. So that's why I'm calling it a role play, because you're using crop that's going to be worth a lot more than straw or hay. But the point of the mod is that you're using a crop that you produce and converting it into something you can feed your animals, cows in particular. So, kind of a neat idea. It's kind of the thing we're going to start seeing, I think, more and more as the as modders, look for new and different things to make. But anyways, there you have it. That's the Lizard 2000 S2X2 roller mill by Agrogaatti on Farming Simulator 22. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to go ahead and rate your mods in your in-game mod hub. You can rate them 1 to 5 and let the modder know how you feel about their mods. Thank you all for watching, and remember, it's only a game, so till the next one, bye for now.